Sorry, y'all, we got people out here playing Christmas music. Okay. They say don't have loud music. God dog, and this 9 something. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, okay. Excuse me for this. Okay, we're talking about the murder of Andrew. I can't say his name in Baytown, Texas. I'm originally from the east side of Harris County, so I don't live in that area, but I'm just saying, And what's bothered me that people make it to a racial issue because there was no racial mention of Andre Matthews, and I'm not here defending Andre Matthews. Andre Matthews should go to jail, okay, go to prison. Y'all get on my nerves trying to make it to a racial, trying to get back at those who are oppressed, who are African American from white supremacists, or those of color who have been oppressed, or vice versa. And I'm not there. And before you start coming here and say, "Oh, you didn't have," no. First of all, I'm on Andrew's side, not Andre's side. Andre, because they names are so similar. Andre, who did the stabbing, should be in prison. I don't care about him being a brother. He want to call me and say that. I don't care. I'm not upset that the white guy Andrew, God dog at the names. Andrew was dating a sister. No, first of all, I don't identify as pure black. My background: African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, Native American. I check black, white, Native, Hispanic on applications. I check other. I'm with the multiracial movement. I'm not with the claim to be one drop makes you whole, black makes you whole, blood quantums and fake DNA racial tests when actually DNA is only for family, not race or ethnicity. It's a team about when it comes to race and ethnicity. Anyway, so I'm gonna put my stuff like that. Okay. I'm looking at the comment section. You got white racist people trying to make it to a racial thing when there was nothing about race mentioned. Then so that's a stupid thing. If Andre had said, "Excuse me, find out white honky crack and all the other stuff, you dating a sister, how dare you?" Even though African American people were not pure black, okay, we have white and native in us. So interracial marriage in relationships should not be a bother. Those who claim to be pure white and all that, that's different. But we are not no full blown Africans, okay? Then you'll be racial if Andre, because I'm trying to say that the names are similar, has said that, okay? But no, it was over a vape pen, and he didn't pay it back, whatever. Okay, if he stole the money, whatever, okay, fake ass brother, you should just call laws for stealing. Like, the stab, now your ass in trouble, and no white folks, racism was gonna get your ass, fake ass brother. Anyway, the one that is stabbing. But this is something that came to me, and yes, I am a conspiracy theorist, and yeah, I've been spiritually attacked, okay? First of all, if anybody coming to the conclusion, I did voodoo witchcraft when I was 9 to 12 years old. I wasn't raised there, but I saw on TV. My former Protestant became Catholic after leaving both Protestant and the cult. Okay, I know anything that was called a cult. I heard the term, but I didn't know it was a religion. I became Catholic 13. I'm 46 years old. Okay, so anyway, when I see y'all making racial things, this is a spiritual. And I got spiritual attacked with the R. Kelly story. Some goon put semen on my porch, which cost me because that's voodoo to put kick someone out their apartment. Then months later, I end up homeless. Then second time when they gave me an apartment and things was going on, someone who connected to R. Kelly, he connected to Chris Stokes, this stalker. I can't mention their name because they lied to law enforcement on me. Um, it's connected with Chris Stokes and Judge Garcia, former judge, for some reason had the eviction on this man's birthday, on his 30th birthday, talking about a stalker. So I know when people spiritual attacks, I'm very esoterically looking at that in that way, okay? I believe all three people, I'm talking about the victim, Andrew, excuse me, and the sister that's going with him, and the African American man who stabbed him. Something tells me it's a spiritual, satanic. A lot of these young people today, from the Travis Scott situation, from the back in my day, the Marilyn Manson, this David Celeste case, we believe that was satanic murder. What happened to Celeste Hernandez Rivas? Okay, so right there, I'm looking at the clothes. You can't judge, but I see similarities. I call it out. And if I'm being wrong, I will call myself out. But I believe this is something sinister. It has nothing to do with race or color. It has something to do with some demonic occult practices. Something tell me the kids at Baytown, which I'm shocked because I always thought it was conservative and a lot of Protestant Christianity over there, okay? But times change in Texas, okay? Baby, I believe that them kids are practicing some occult practices at that school. Something satanic, and I do believe that Andre, and this is my opinion, they say he been violent and having problems. He been doing some satanic stuff, and I do believe, in my opinion, no offense to the family of Andrew, God dog their names. The white guy that passed away, the 16-year-old. I'm not making slander or anything. This is my opinion, and I will correct myself if I'm wrong. I believe they better not be arguing and playing that music outside. Lord have mercy. Sorry, y'all. Um, Point is, okay, and it's about to be Christmas. Y'all stop acting the fool. Oh, this why we wish I live in a nice area. Okay, sorry y'all, okay, because I don't like living in no ghetto. I wasn't raised up. Anyways, I'm sorry y'all. Point is, let's get to the subject, okay? So I'm trying to make this thing short. I believe that there's some occult practices involved, some satanic. I'm looking at the clothes. Those goth-looking clothes remind me of Marilyn Manson, Travis Scott, all what I'm saying, and you had the David situation. When I see a bunch of young people dressed like that, and for a long time I tried to dress like Hot Topic. Okay, they told us when I was in Job Corps, past so we can't always dress like that because I like the goth look. But you're a devil worshiper, no, I know that not everybody is God devil worshippers, but no, there's a lot of them out there. Okay, and soon when I saw the Celeste case and saw David, I said, this is satanic. Okay, don't wrong, Satan is coming. Nice clothes too, okay, dressed the part. And some in your churches, oh yeah. Like all these sexual scandals going on with the ministers and priests, both the Protestant Catholic churches, the Baptist church, wherever, those are down to insaneness. They doing rituals on them, sadly, on the children. These sexual abuse cases are rituals. With DD case, rituals. Y'all didn't do y'all reach on be. I'm not saying be. When I say esoteric, I'm not talking about be a cult. Like I'm talking about like see throughs on a spiritual, like have a spiritual discernment. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. When I say I'm a esoteric, I'm not because it's not. It's a term for a cult. No, I'm talking about I'm spiritually discerning. Okay, something tells me the stabbing, the behavior. The setting of this whole scene was occult and satanic like. I don't know them, but I'm looking from the outside and I'm looking by the way they dress and how that no one can save them. Someone did a seance before the murder happened. Like what happened in was it Waco? Was it Waco? Right, the shooting with the Hispanic dude. The laws didn't come to later, or they took their time to come in at that school. Why? 9, 10, that Spanish, the Latino dude, of guy's name that did the shooting, he did a spell before he went to the school. And they say he was molested when he was a kid at this, so that's why he was revenge. Plus, he had his grandma. She been in. I did research. I did rabbit hole, and his mammy too. Talking about the Spanish that did shooting out. Mammy and Pappy, about my age, they be in and out of jail. Hood, bio, hood, y'all. It's that curse, that generational curse. So, when he did that shooting down there, that mass shooting at the elementary school, that was a satanic sacrifice. You looking all his y'all looking all at his social media is dark, it's gore, just like the David case. So I'm looking at the kids. No offense to the white guy, Andrew, excuse me, Andrew, the one that passed away. But him, and his girlfriend, and this brother that stabbed him, a fake brother, I don't even want to call him that. These young people are dabbling into a cult. It's a fast growing religion. And they heard in Canada, in Quebec, they trying to deny people praying. Now, I'm not for praying, forced prayer, for a voluntary prayer at school, but you can't deny someone from praying and wearing a hair scarf, a turban, or a nun. They doing it, yeah, saying that the anti, sexual sin, anti-gay sexual sin. Because hold on, it's not the Bible ain't just against gay sex, lesbian sex is against heterosexual sex outside of marriage too. And I think God have our favors, okay? And porn, adultery, okay? God is not a man of a favor, okay? Because I have people say that he against gay sex, lesbian sex, heterosexual sex outside of marriage, fornication, okay? Adultery, lusting, think about having sexual thoughts. Come on. So y'all stop with that trying to pick and choose mess. Don't get wrong, people misinterpreted the Bible to go attack gays. But remember, Jesus said, who have not sinned cast the first stone. So you can't use that, okay? You know what I'm saying? But that's right. So people forget about that, but they trying to go against. And I know I'm against what they doing down in Quebec. Okay, I am totally against it. I think those people are Satanists. They not no liberal. I'm more liberal. I'm not just for conservatives. I'm more independent, but I'm more liberal. But I'm not for that. That people have their religious freedom. I think those are Satanists trying to secularize so they can do their work. So you don't pray a lot, baby, but that's their time to do their work. That's their playground. So, you see how I discern that? I discern, yeah, okay. So, before y'all go into some racial mess, it's a spiritual warfare. What happened to y'all man, the white guy that got killed, was something spiritual, and I do, and I'm looking at his girlfriend, looking at him, and I'm looking at the criminal, the fake brother that stabbed him. This is something I'm telling you, these kids are practicing some satanic. Where Travis Scott is like, how many signs you y'all keep ignoring, okay? And especially those from Generation X, we saw it with Marilyn Manson. We saw it in the '80s when they had the heavy metal bands. Not all was saying it was something work. Even the gangster rap video, the rabbit hole on Easy, he was dabbling into that Santana stuff. That's why Bone Thugs and Harmon said, "We are you with me, more murder." Yeah, that was it. Yeah, oh yeah, he was into that stuff too. Me and them gangster rappers. If you do your research, they dabble into the occult and Satanism. Yes, they do. That's why men are so sadly powerful, not powerful in God's side, but in the evil to do their work. Yeah, when they do their missions, yeah, even 3 6 Mafia, they came out. You admit that, okay? Down in Memphis, they were doing some mixing Satanism with hip hop. Y'all lost. People are so lost in the spiritual world. Y'all looking at race, and that's one thing. They love to use race as um, a cover up or two, like what happened in Sharon Tate's case when Charles Manson went to go kill her for Santana. She was into Santana stuff too. Okay, she wasn't guilty in that. She wasn't into that part, but they killed her. Them folks at her party and said it was the Black Panthers did it. And it wasn't the Black Panthers did it. It was Charles Manson's gang because they was trying to get people to kill each other. Okay, for Santana. The same thing with Biggie, Tupac, the Gangs of War. There was a Santana war. There was some people in the record execs, like Clyde Davis and Jimmy Iovine with suspicion. Okay, so just letting you know, it's nothing to do with race, and stop making it to race. It's something spiritual. It's not about race. And God, thought they're arguing. It's something spiritual. It's not about no color, because there was no racial slurs thrown. The man didn't call him white, this and that. He ain't had no. He probably didn't want the sister he was dating. The whole thing was about a vape pen. But I'm looking at them, all three, the way they dress, the way they looking at pictures. No offense, I ain't trying to slander, but it shows we in a spiritual warfare. Remember back in the day, these are highly the fact they were Satanists. I think right after Marilyn Manson and all them came, whoa. You see it in the music, even though I'm guilty like a Doja Cat, okay? But y'all, we see it at the Grammys. It's not, how many signs you can ignore? And have y'all ignored it though, baby. It's getting wild. We in a spiritual warfare. Like it says, it's not the perfect Catholic Christian.